Hello, my name is Thea and I'm a training specialist at Tom Pitt. In today's video, I'm going to talk about execution. The goal of this lesson is to learn what is execution, where to view the execution screen in the Tom Pitt system, and the importance of having real-time insight into production process and its execution. Execution in production refers to the process of carrying out specific operations needed to create a final product. During execution, a series of actions unfold. Raw materials are consumed, new materials are produced, some may be lost due to damage or quality issues, and work is performed by both human and non-human resources. This phase is the core of the production, as it is where plans are transferred into products. Effective execution requires careful coordination and real-time tracking of every operation to ensure that each step is completed effectively and that resources are optimally used. Monitoring execution is crucial, as it overlooks the flow of materials, ensures quality standards are met, and keeps production schedules on track. Additionally, tracking what happens during execution provides valuable data on material usage, waste, and resource efficiency, helping companies identify areas for improvement. Without a structured execution process, it becomes challenging to maintain consistency and meet production deadlines. For example, working in a furniture manufacturing company, an execution screen displaying key information like materials consumed, materials produced, and any quality-related losses would be invaluable. Suppose an operator needs to assemble tables. They can use the screen to log the amount of wood consumed, note any defective parts, and track how much work is being completed by each team. This information helps the production manager monitor the progress in real time, make adjustments if any issues arise, and understand where losses are happening. By having all this data in one place, the company can optimize production, reduce waste, and ensure resources are used effectively. Now let's see how this works in Tom Pitt. To view and manage execution, navigate to the production domain, selecting the execution icon. Based on the selected organization unit, the system automatically displays the view of the current active production operation. The system selects operations for the chosen organization unit based on their sequence and activity on the production orders. You can select a different production order by clicking on the blue link on the top left side of the progress bar. You can also change the organization unit at any time if needed, and the system will automatically switch the operation as well. After selecting the organization unit and the production order, the system displays the status of the current active operation on the execution page. If there are more than one active operations on the production order, you can select a different operation by clicking on the blue code above the progress bar. The execution view includes the following information: 3 status buttons at the top. Start button enables operation start, the stop button stops the operation, and the finish button completes the operation. The number in the center of the page displays the number of outputs that still need to be produced, and above is the ratio between already made and planned outputs. On the right, the amount of material classified as loss is displayed. By selecting the button below the progress line to the left, you can change the material you are producing if the operation has more than one output. To produce an output, select the amount in the middle and click the Produce button. Upon successful entry, the system will update the data in the screen accordingly. The quantity of unfinished material will decrease, while the quantity of produced material will increase. By selecting the blue Action button on the bottom right corner of the screen, additional icons are displayed. Selecting the Consumed icon, A list of materials that need to be used in the operation and their quantity are displayed. The system allows you to enter quantities of consumed materials for each operation directly through production. To enter consumed materials into the production order, scan the serial number or code of the material into the input field. You can also search for the material using keywords. The system will display a list of all available materials with information about their location, quantity available, stock, and expiration date. Select the appropriate material from the list. Now this will open the consumption entry mask. Enter the quantity of the consumed material and select the Add button to confirm the consumption. In the input list, you can now see that in the consumed column, the quantity increased by the amount you added. The next icon is Loss, which refers to the output materials that do not meet the quality standards. You can enter the defective pieces directly into the system during production. At the top, the production order and operation are displayed along with the material that is being produced. Select the number of bad pieces and, from the drop-down list, choose a classification if needed, before pressing the Loss button. After entering the defective pieces, the system appropriately increases the quantity of unfinished outputs based on the entered quantity. This ensures the production of the right amount of acceptable materials. Third button allows for a downtime input. During production, there can be various reasons for delays and interruptions, which can be planned or unplanned. To stop production and enter a downtime event, click the Start button. The system will start measuring the duration of the downtime, and a yellow triangle icon will appear at the top right corner of the screen. This icon will stay until the downtime is resolved for the organization unit. In the Open Downtime section, click on the date of the downtime to open the editing form. Here, edit the information to your liking, like selecting the date and time of the duration of the downtime, as well as the classification. Upon successful entry of the downtime data, the system automatically stops the downtime. If desired, you can manually stop the downtime by selecting the Stop button and enter the downtime data later. Until the data is entered, the downtime will be visible in the Open Downtimes row. In case a specific equipment had a malfunction, you can report it by clicking the Report Malfunction button. The Quality icon gives you an overview of quality checklists for the currently active operation. If there aren't quality checks set for the operation, the page will be blank. The list of quality checks is accompanied by a green or red status line indicating the result of the check. Green for a passed quality check and red for a failed one. By selecting the quality check code, you can inspect it further, and by selecting the Repeat button on the right, you can manually restart the quality check of the operation. Effort done during the operation can be entered through the Effort icon. You can enter it by selecting the Start button and stopping when the work is done. The system will automatically record the time, or you can manually edit by selecting the start and time of the effort, and lastly, confirming it by selecting the Add Effort button. The effort for the operation will be displayed below in the Details section along with the user and time frame specifications. The last icon, Instructions, displays all available instructions and articles for the active operation. These can be incredibly useful as they can include instructions for specific equipment that is used during the operation. This way, the user has quick access to the needed files. By clicking the tabs, you can switch between different instructions for the operation. And with that, we conclude today's lesson on execution. Let's summarize what you learned in this video. You know now what execution is, you know where to view and manage execution in the Tompit system, and you know the importance of having real-time insight into the production process and its execution. I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next lesson.